So recently, America announced that they have captured Nicolas Maduro, the president of another nation, Venezuela. And the first thing that will come to anybody's mind is how is that possible? Because nobody would have thought that it is possible, even though it had happened once in 1989, I guess. But I think we have all put that behind, and nobody, because it's not something that has happened many times. Because one would think that the office of the president of a nation is so high and adequate in every sense, from supplies to security. You would think that it is an office that will lack nothing. It is an office that cannot lack in supplies or protection. But that was the news. It is what it is. It truly happened. And on this platform, when things like that happen, we just want to harvest some proverbs from the happening and let everybody process it as they will. One, the security network around Nicolas Maduro must have been porous, and indications emerged later that the security network around him that terrain was rough, so I was a bit afraid. I had to pause. So the indications actually emerged later that the security network around Nicolas Maduro was actually porous. A few of his security details betrayed him, sold him out in exchange for the things of this world: money, greener pasture, and so on and so forth. So the first proverb to harvest from that part of the story is Ifura Loogun Agba. The elders, the ancestors of the Karo Ojire people have taught us that Ifura Loogun Agba, vigilance is a charm for elders. You have to be vigilant all the time. Trust nobody. Trust nothing. It's played out that even the security network around him could not be trusted. It played out that even the people around him were not loyal. So trust nobody and always open your eyes. Watch and pray. Pray without ceasing. Do what you have to do and be good. Because some of the things we learned was that those who betrayed him were not comfortable, basically. We learned that one of them had a sick daughter, and he couldn't handle the hospital bills. He was in need, and that was part of the things that must have made him vulnerable to those who, that was the attraction. Yeah, he was attracted by the things of this world that he lacked. As a leader, don't be high-handed. Be good. The simplest way to say it is be good. And when you say be good, that can be unveiled to release a content that is bigger than a 500-page book. Just be good wherever you are.
Again, the people of Venezuela trooped out in large numbers to celebrate his doom. I know that generally human beings are happy. They have the tendency to be happy when somebody highly placed falls. It is the nature of human being. But I think we have also seen situations where somebody will be falling and his people or her people would say, no, they die here. They are not going until it has also happened, which means no matter how negative the nature of man is, we have also experienced the positive side of the human nature. There are people too that human beings do not want to fall, and that if anything happens to them, millions will say, will rise in solidarity. Millions of people will rise in support. So be good. So be good wherever you are, and be vigilant all the time. Be vigilant. When President Trump said that they have captured Nicolas Maduro and that he was on a plane on his way to America, one thing that would come to anybody's mind is it is only God who will know where your fate is leading your legs. And it is not only when Maduro is on a plane to America after being captured, it is all the time, everywhere, and it applies to everybody, that in this life, as you journey here and there, it is only God who knows where your fate is leading, your destiny is leading your legs. There are times that you're on a journey and you don't even know what will happen the next moment. You don't even know your fate the next moment. So it also shows the sovereignty of God. At that moment, Nicolas Maduro and his wife, who was captured alongside, would not be sure what their fate would be the next moment. They can never say they were sure whether they were going to survive that or outlive that moment. They were never going to know. So never forget that it is only God who knows where your fate is leading your legs. Now, for the Venezuelan people rejoicing that their president was captured, another proverb that may come to anybody's mind is Tenito de Larry Amo Tenitombo. We have seen who is in trouble. We don't know who will be in trouble. Tenito de Larry Amo Tenitombo. We have seen who is in pain. We don't know who may be in pain. And the lesson in that is that whatever is happening to your friend or your enemy, do not rejoice too much, because nobody knows tomorrow. Yes, the person in trouble today may be paying the price, may be experiencing the effects of a cause that they had created, but it can also happen to anybody. Nobody is all wise. That's only for God. Being all wise is only for God. So we can harvest a proverb from their rejoicing that, oh, funny you, parochial you, Tenito de Larry and Tenito. We have seen who has fallen. We don't know who will fall or who may fall. Again, one important lesson that I must leave from that story is that you should travel your journey in your own pace. Some of the things that have emerged is that America was the one who helped Venezuela to build its oil infrastructure many years ago. So forever, America feels that Venezuelan oil is in a way, something that they should have some right to. So do not go and enter a partnership that will keep you suppressed forever. The current Hitler's president Nicolas Maduro was trying to help the country break free from America's grip. Reports have it that the man was selling Venezuelan oil in other currency different from America's currency. America wants dollar to be the currency of oil all over the world, but a few countries recently are trying to break loose from that grip. So Nicolas Maduro thought that the time is also right to sell their oil in a currency of their choice. But it's reported that America is now having that, and there must be some allegations of drug peddling, of terrorism, against the man who is said to be seeking economic freedom for his nation. So the lesson from that is, don't be too much in a hurry to go and partner with somebody who will keep you as the underdog forever. Wait, work, learn, grow at your own pace. And if you now have a reason to partner with somebody you believe will help you to take your dream to the next level, make sure you understand the lines, and make sure that the terms are defined, are specifically defined in a way that represents win-win for both sides. Because if you don't understand the lines, or you are beclouded by your need at the time, you may regret it, as it has happened to many people and many organizations in different situations. You will see musicians saying the same thing about their promoters. You will see film producers alleging film marketers of the same thing. You will see a young lady married off to a billionaire complain of being in slavery. And the family sold her off because of the money involved, because of the ease, because of the comfort that such a marriage arrangement would bring to them at that time when they were suffering. And now that they are full, they think they should not be slave. Can you be full and be slave? How full are you? If you are full, you are filled. You've been filled. You are full of, all those things that used to be that you used to look at from so far away. You now have them in excess, but you are not so free. So sometimes you are in a hurry, and you enter some agreements that would not give you enduring satisfaction, enduring peace, and you regret it later. So travel at your pace, grow at your pace. If you must enter an agreement with anybody to fast track your journey, make sure you understand the agreement and make sure that it represents a win-win for all the parties, both parties or all the parties involved, because sometimes there are more than two parties involved in an agreement. Those are the Enilari. You have seen the suffering that you are going through today, but you don't know what God has in store for you against tomorrow. So don't be too much in a hurry. Ìkánjú àti sùúrù nígbà míì ọgbọgba ni. Sometimes being patient and being in a hurry, those who are in a hurry and those who are patient will eventually arrive at the same point. So you know, maybe somebody in a hurry must have broken one leg or must have lost one tooth, and the person who took the time, was patient, who accepted gradual growth, you know, be on the same pedestal. And those who are patient will get there old, while somebody who was in a hurry will get there with a broken leg or a lost tooth. So ìkánjú àti sùúrù ọgbọgba ni. Onílárí kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀la. We have seen today, we don't know what tomorrow holds. So be patient, just keep working. Rigorous effort, realistic patience, or patience, rigorous efforts, patience will land you in a good place eventually. When you think of Maduro's wife who was arrested, was he arrested or captured? Who was captured with her husband? One thing that comes to your mind is, well, that is the pigeon cannot wine and dine with the host and then run away on the day of trouble. In fact, if the US was not ready to capture the lady should have said, no, wherever you go, I will go. Can I come along? Can I come with him? It should have been the question. But we wish them well. We wish Venezuela well. We wish Venezuela well. What proverb again that will come to your mind is, really? A president captured on his own land, in his own country? To come to your mind, as you know, that his being great does not end on a spot. There are heights beyond heights. You are on a very, very enviable height, and everybody thinks number one in a whole nation. All for us to see a few days ago that even number one in a whole nation may not be so safe. Yeah, may not be so safe. Iyalode Ibadan, Omegbeni Leko. And there's a story behind that. There was a day I released that proverb in text on this platform, and some people were saying no. And I said there's a story behind that. Iyalode Ibadan, Omegbeni Leko. Aki kere laye areni, aki tobi laye alaye. You know, Maduro was big in that office until that fateful night. Maduro was the president of a nation, was big, but now in America's custody, he can't be big. He was not small in his place until that operation. He was not small in his office until that operation. But now in America's custody, he can't be big. Reports also have it that part of the operation was that, part of the strategy for the American side was that a bomb was released somewhere else, far away from the government, from where Maduro was on that night. And so that distracted the Venezuelan forces, military, police, whatever. They were distracted. They ran to the spot of the bomb blast. Whereas, as they were distracted to that place, the main assignment was happening where Maduro was. And that will bring to your mind that sometimes, if it are for you see on a governor, if it are for you see on a governor, that is where you have your eye on may not be the road. Sometimes where you have your eye on may not be the direction sometimes. So you discover that no matter how big you are in this world, there is nothing that you can do, you can be, you can achieve, not even safety can you achieve without absolute reliance on God. No matter how big, how great, how powerful, how connected, how influential, how whatever you are nothing. You are nothing. And even the arrester is the same thing. Even for this is so true for the arrested and the arrester, that no matter how big, how great, how powerful, how whatever you are, God rules in the affairs of men. And we pray that this day that we are living in, this Tuesday, the 6th of January, that we are witnessing, will lead us to a beautiful tomorrow. On that day, Maduro would not have thought that the following day he will be in custody and not in office as president. May this Tuesday, the 6th day of January, year 2026, lead us to a beautiful tomorrow. Tomorrow that is beyond tomorrow. I'll see you again, and very soon. Happy New Year once again. May this year bring you all the blessings that life has to offer.